This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by JB Davis at Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For integrity, service, and unbeatable deals, ask for JB in Centerville and tell them the Recovery Couch sent you. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Recovery Couch. I'm your host, Brandon Couch, and this is episode 7 of our Understanding CBT series. In our last episode, we focused on challenging and reframing our thoughts. But what happens when the thoughts are stuck and no amount of reframing seems to change how we feel? Well, that's where behavioral activation comes into play. And today's key idea is simple but powerful. Sometimes we have to act our way into a new feeling, not feel our way into a new action. When you're struggling with depression, anxiety, or addiction recovery, your natural instinct might be to withdraw, isolate, avoid, or shut down. You may tell yourself, I don't have the energy, it won't make a difference, what's the point? But here's what CBT has found. What you do affects how you feel, just as much as what you think. Behavioral activation says, don't wait for the motivation. Start with the action. Even small actions can begin to shift your emotions and reconnect you to purpose, people, and life. Let's break it down. Say you're feeling deeply unmotivated, numb, or just low. Instead of waiting until you feel like it, you try doing something simple but meaningful. Taking a 10-minute walk, texting a friend, washing the dishes, opening your Bible, getting out of bed and sitting by the window. It may not feel life-changing in the moment, but repeated small actions send a message to your brain. Hey, I'm still here, I'm still capable, and I'm still moving forward. Behavioral activation helps break the cycle of inactivity that often worsens mental health. Here's how you can start. 1. Identify one action that aligns with your values, not your feelings. What would the healthiest version of you choose to do next? 2. Keep it small and specific. Don't aim to change your whole life in one day. Start with, I'll make my bed, not I'll turn everything around today. 3. Do it even if the feeling isn't there yet. Your feelings will often catch up once your body and brain re-engage with life. It's okay if it feels mechanical at first. Sometimes recovery starts with faithful movement before it becomes meaningful momentum. And let's not forget, even Jesus modeled this. He didn't always feel like pressing forward, especially when he was suffering. But he did, for the sake of purpose, for the sake of his calling, and for the sake of love. This is the Recovery Couch, and I'm Brandon Couch, and I want to thank you for joining me for episode 7 of Understanding Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, aka CBT. In the next episode, we'll talk about exposure therapy and how facing your fears in small, safe ways can actually reduce anxiety over time. Until then, remember, motivation may not come first, but movement can create the spark. This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by Greg Swartz at Remax Victory and Affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling your home, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every deal. Call my friend Greg at 937-477-8975 today.